Hey everyone, welcome to our live YouTube watch along. We are getting ready for another huge Champions League night for Manchester United's women's team. They're over in Italy getting ready to face Juventus, whereas I'm in a warm, comfy Old Trafford studio, which is going to be our watch along base for today. The first thing I've got to tell you is make sure you like and subscribe and get in the chat. Tell me where you're from, how you're watching the game, who you're watching it with, and also you're with us for this watch-along party that we're going. I'm not on my own though, because I have got two wonderful guests with me. First of all, I've got Aoife Mannion, who is you're part of the furniture for these watch-alongs now, you are. Former Manchester United player, but also Newcastle too. I mean, how excited are you for this game?
I'm really looking forward to the game tonight. I think United have done so well to get into the qualifying stages of the Champions League, and it would be brilliant for them to finish on a good note and try and get a seeded spot. I know there's a permutation where they can get in top four. It doesn't seem like a given, but wouldn't it be great if the team could get into a seeded spot for the qualifiers in February?
I mean, it would be huge. And also, we have got the lovely Lauren Beckford with us. Now, if you don't know, Lauren was part of one of the originals, Manchester United Women's Academy. You were part of really that OG Academy group, which is incredible to hear. And I would also argue she could be the best footballer that's in the Webber household, because Lauren is also the sister to Danny Webber of the show. I've got to roast him at some stage in his life, haven't I? That's my job. But how excited are you to make your MUTV debut?
Do you know what? I'm really excited. I mean, when you asked me, I was thinking, oh gosh, it'd be something really different for me, but I'm looking forward to it. And watching women's football, or even football in general, I can't complain. Looking forward to it.
I mean, you live and breathe football.
I do.
I mean, football's been a huge part of your life, but United was.
Yes.
Which is why I have to show you these pictures to look at a little Lauren Beckford here. Look at how adorable this is. I love it, but how amazing were the coaches and everything when you were part of that group?
Do you know what? I think I speak to a couple of my friends and players that we played with in those days, and they were literally the best moments of my football career, I'd say. It literally was just the best thing, watching my brother play on the sideline, my dad played, my uncle played, so football's kind of just part of me. So now to be able to actually work here as well, and also I'm actually working as a bit of an analyst now on the women's game, so I'm just trying to get in there and find my feet a little bit, because for me, I just think being part of the women's game is really important, and yeah, loving it.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm going to definitely chat to you about your analyst skills here, because you currently are that for Wigan Athletics women's team. This is the first women's team that's under their official club umbrella as well. So a great season, an exciting one that you're part of.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, because we're having to start off fresh. We're starting in those lower leagues, so you kind of trying to almost find your feet a little bit. But the coach, Danielle, she's been brilliant with me and just helping me find my feet in the role as well, not asking for maybe too much. But also from the players' side, they've been sort of talking to me and asking me certain things that they want to see and things like that. But when you're doing that role by yourself, I don't think you realise how much, a lot of time it takes to go through the analysis of a game when you're actually watching it, filming it, but then afterwards you've got to watch it again. You clip up all these little sections of the game, and yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of effort, but I really enjoy it, so yeah, it's good.
You know what, I'm going to really enjoy the fact that I have got two analysts right next to me for this game then, because Eve's going to be all over that tactics board, Foz is going to be on it, but we're not just the only ones that are doing the work here. We have got people on the ground in Juve, so I have to confess, as we were genuinely preparing for a bit of a plan B for today, because we were thinking, is Ben Ibsen going to be watching outside with a cheeky scoop of gelato after some accreditation drama? I can officially confirm, though, he is in the stadium. So, Ben, was it worth the wait?
Yeah, well, you've got a point. I mean, it is worth the wait, but now you've said gelato, I would love some gelato to watch the football. Might be a bit cold for it, but still would be amazing. But no, worth the wait, because what an incredible stadium this is. I was actually stood here in this exact point with Mark Skinner last night, and I said to him, does the pitch look a little bit small to you? Because here the stands are so steep, they're really on top of the pitch, as they are in most European stadiums. But he said he measures the size of the pitch based on where the 18-yard box finishes, and then to the edge of the pitch, which, if you're looking at it, it's not too much difference tonight. But what a game we have. Juventus versus Manchester United. The hosts have been in brilliant form recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 matches, and they've actually scored in every Champions League game they've played in so far this season. As United, they probably conceded more goals than they would have hoped to recently. They've conceded 19 in their last 7. But Mark's named a really strong team tonight. He's hoping this team can go and get the 3 points here and finish in a higher position. And hopefully when the draw comes around tomorrow, we might just get one of those teams that are down near the bottom end. I'll be interested to hear what you guys think about the draw tomorrow, or who you hope we might get.
Thanks for that, Ben. I hope you do get your gelato at some point, but you need to let us know what flavour, if that's going to be the case. But now, when we're thinking about this game, there is a little light show currently going on. That stadium, people will think it's always such a huge pitch, but one of the biggest things that Mark said, Aoife, is that pitch is actually narrower than what you would expect.
Interesting. I was actually there a few years ago. It was the Women's Champions League final in Turin at that stadium, and I can't remember what it looked like, but I just remember the atmosphere being incredible. So to see that light show, it feels really, really fitting for a Champions League fixture. And I think with the United girls having played so many times at Old Trafford, I think the atmosphere will be like water off a duck's back for them. I think they're going to be really used to it. But as a fan sitting on the couch, it is nice to see.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, now let's have a little look at the teams for tonight's game to see what we have in action today. We're going to start off with Manchester United. Now, there is a few changes again to Manchester United women's team. And if you don't know already, as we have said before, we have already qualified for the next stage. There was a few games that we could miss in a good way if we get into top 4, but it is unlikely. It would be a Christmas miracle if that was to happen with the different results. We'd be relying on other people. But biggest talking point is that Jade Riviere is out of tonight's game. She suffered a knock against Spurs at the weekend. She's out of action. So this is where you're getting curious of Anna Sandberg and how Gabby George will play in those roles. But now let's have a look at Juventus as well. So they have been solid in Europe. We always talk about the attacking threat of Girelli whenever we talk about Juve and how well they have been doing. It looks like as well, especially in comparison to domestic form, they're really focusing on this Champions League, and they currently sit 4th in the Champions League table. So it could be an exciting game and definitely a tough one for us. They're only ahead of Real Madrid by 1 goal scorer here too. Now, Juve's record against English visitors is that they've drawn 1 and they've lost 2, with 2 goals scored and 7 conceded. So let's see what's going to happen here. But now, we do want to hear from our gaffer ahead of tonight's game, so Ben caught with Mark Skinner a little earlier on.
So Mark, here we are, our final league phase game in the Champions League. Juventus are our opponents. How are you feeling? What are you expecting?
I'm expecting a very tough opponent. Look, this is an iconic stadium with fantastic history. And look, we want to create some of our own tonight. We're playing against a very, very good team. Different style to what we're used to. So they might block and counter. If we're clean with the ball, I think we'll cause them a lot of problems. So that's going to be our ask tonight. Be clean with the ball. But also, while we're attacking, we must be focused on defending. So getting our positions right. Again, those are going to be key to the game, honestly. I think, they attack very well. But I think we can exploit them in defence.
A few changes to the team. Of course, Jade makes way. It doesn't look to have made too much of an impact on that defence with Dom shifting over. And Jess is playing a more central position, which could be dangerous with her getting on the ball a little bit more and being more direct.
Yeah, I mean, Tunu was just a little bit under the weather as well. So we've moved Jess inside. Lisa's come in to add legs and energy in the midfield. Just a little bit of rotation from the game Sunday. And Dom, comes into right side just because the way that Juventus they load chip balls to the back zone. So, we're just making sure that we focus on that as well, just to add that defensive stability in there. And then really just adds to our attacking qualities. Our front three are really aggressive. Jess in the pocket's really aggressive, and Lisa can join that. So I'm looking forward to how we adapt to the game and how we control the game. But more importantly, look, it's a shootout game for a higher position. And I'm really looking forward to what we can hopefully achieve tonight.
Cheers, Mark.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Mark there, and I think we're all excited to see what we could achieve tonight, because this is our infancy in the Champions League, and I think people forget that. I mean, for you, Loz, this must be a pinch me moment to think how far Manchester United women's team have come, right?
Unbelievable. I like it. I think when I think back to when I was playing, I played at the Cliff, played at Littleton Road, and those days were special in itself, but to actually have the opportunity to play at Old Trafford in these big stadiums, unreal, absolutely. And you just look at it and you think, you know, they are pinch me moments, but also it's about just performing tonight. And for me, I think they've got enough to beat Juve, more than enough. So, like you said, it's a shootout, so we've just got to go for it.
Yeah, we just
Go
have
win
to.
the game.
Yeah, I completely agree. For you, Aoife, then, I need to talk to you and get this tactics board involved, which I know you absolutely love.
This is my bribe to come on the show. Let me do one thing on the tactics board and I'm sold.
I'm so glad I said let's bring this in action for this, because honestly, I don't think I've ever seen Aoife smile as much whenever I mention this tactics board.
Makes you sound really grumpy.
No, you're happy all the time, always. But the biggest thing I think we were chatting about in the green room before this is that we said that Gabby George is left-footed, but it looks like at the minute, obviously the game hasn't kicked off yet, it looks like she'll be just a direct replacement for Jade Riviere. So with that, is there any difference in her game that you think she'll play, or maybe she might switch with the centre-half or anything like that?
Yeah, so it right back, it'll either be Dom Janssen shifting over or Gabby George, like you say. I think Mark alluded that it might be Dom, but either way, they're a different profile to Jade. Jade in and of herself is a massive loss. Like, every time I get on the tactics board, I'm, you know, showing everyone how high she gets and how that lets the winger, when it's been Jess Park, roll inside to the midfield. But I think with Dominic Janssen or Gabby George at right back, there'll be more of a defensive profile. And what that will give is Melvine Mallard on that right wing, who is still the top goal scorer, I think, for United at the moment. That will give her freedom to really own all of those spaces out wide. So I think we'll see a different type of play on the right side, and I think it'll be really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Now let's get some of these comments in on YouTube. As I said, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. If you do that, then we will be able to read out all your comments. We'll do shout-outs left, right and centre for this, because you're with us for the whole game. We're basically doing this huge watch party together. So first of all, then, we have got Devils0710 that says, come on United. We've got Brian Green, 5645, that says, I'm predicting 4-1 to United. So that's a big score prediction there, isn't it? I mean, you're confident. Clearly, you know, Matt Skinner's been talking to you as well, because that sounds exciting. We've got Daisy McKinnon says, come on United. Rebecca Ann Jarvis says, I'm really relying on the Watchalong for match updates and scores, as that's my only way to know what's happening at the match. Well, don't worry, we will keep you updated and we'll have a chat whilst it's going on, because it's what I said for these games. They're always really fun. Let's have a look and see. And then, yes, so the biggest thing that you need to do is that, I'm just having a look here and see, we've got Joseph Arthur 9791 that says, we are winning 3-0 tonight, glory, glory, Man United. There's some big score predictions coming in here.
Yeah,
Well, I hope so.
yeah. I mean, I love
like
the
that.
confidence.
Yeah.
There's really big confidence. Yeah, so we've also got, so anyone that's watching on the men's channel, make sure you switch over to the women's channel at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. is when you can tune in to us. So make sure you do it, because it might not automatically do it, but we want you with us the whole time. So please make sure you go and do it. But yeah, like and subscribe, put in any shout outs that you want and we'll read them out. And also let us know where you are watching from in the comments, and we will be looking forward to hearing from it. So yeah, give us a shout. Tell us where you are. We've got plenty of people. We've also got Scott Lawson as well, straight out of Canterbury watching this. Huge love to you. But yeah, we have got some great people watching us. But before this game kicks off, score predictions from both of you.
My score prediction, I think it will be 2-1 United. I'm not as big with my scoreline. The reason is, the last game they played, they drew 3-3 against Lyon and went 3-0 up. This is Lyon, one of the best teams in Europe, and they scored 5 or 6 against St Polten, albeit probably the lowest team in the Champions League in the last fixture. So I think that Juventus deserve the respect. So I'm going to go 2-1 United.
It's a little frustrating because I was literally going to say the same thing.
Oh, say it.
only
Still
because-
can't.
no,
I'll change
well,
mine.
no.
I'll change mine. Right, we'll do that again. Zara, I'm going to go. I'm just going to have a thing. I'm going to go 2-0 United. Loz, what are you going to go?
Go 2-1. Go 2-1.
I knew this would be a good pairing.
Well, I'm just thinking, just with 2-1 as well, it just, for me, I think we do have enough to beat them, but defensively, obviously, Juve, Italian team, they're going to be strong, and I just think that we could just, it's going to be a tough 1-1, I reckon, and then we might nip it at the end.
I mean,
That's me.
that would be lovely to hear that. A proper United finish with a last-minute winner. That'd be
That's
that'd
United,
be amazing.
though, isn't it?
We'll be going nuts in here if that does happen. But yeah, no, it's great to hear some of the comments coming in. We're getting some great locations for this, as well as the people locally around here tuning in. We've got people from South Africa, Sierra Leone that are watching this, and then we've also got the Northwich Massive.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Costa del Northwich.
Every week, the Northwich Massive are tuning in. Clearly, Eve is such a. Honestly, you're just like a
So I
local
always
there
go
now.
on holiday. Costa del Northwich.
You go on holiday to Northwich?
I lived there.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never heard of it as a holiday destination. But yes, if you haven't been tuning in to Disney Plus already, the game has just kicked off. So we'll keep you updated with how everything is going, and it's a very early corner for Manchester United, which Lisa Nalsund is taking now. As soon as anything happens, we'll keep you up to date. For those watching us alongside it, please make sure you give us a shout.
Ooh.
Oh, and it just nearly trickled into the back of the net for Manchester United.
Yeah, cause problems.
Loz,
there.
that would have been great if
That
that
would
went
have
in
been
straight
lovely,
away.
It could have been the 4-1.
Yeah, but it could have been. I mean, this is where we've said, haven't we, about players like Gabby George being in the mix
Yeah.
for tonight. She's so strong, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and adding to that, Maya Letizia nearly scored a
Yeah.
goal at the weekend against
Yeah.
Spurs. I think she hit the woodwork.
Yeah.
So you're right, Zara. We've got great presence in the box, and I think that set pieces and corners in particular can be a real strength of United tonight.
Yeah, they can be huge. Let's have a look and see. So Juve are on the attack right now as well. I feel like this is going to be quite an end-to-end game, isn't it? Especially after that early corner.
Yeah, I agree. I think it will be an end-to-end game, and I think Mark in his pre-press conferences was sort of teeing up Juventus as a team that pose a slightly different challenge to the previous teams that United have played. He said that sometimes they press really aggressively, but they can also sit in defensively and be good on the counter-attack. So it's quite hard to put your finger on exactly what they're going to be like. And I think we're already seeing that. Actually, I think you said before the game, Loz, that it could potentially be quite open.
Yeah. They look like they're pressing quite high at the minute, though.
Yeah, they definitely do. We've still got lots of people in the chat as well, which is great to hear. We've got plenty more comments coming in as well. So we have got Walkley1990 says, "Come on United." So a huge shout out to you. He's watching from Birmingham. We also have official Mays 2360. For a second, I thought that could have been David May for a second tuning in. Mays. United, we've got to go big or go home. But listen, and he's going 6-0. So listen, don't worry, because 6-0 is a huge prediction here. But we've already qualified, so anything's a bonus today. You can tell it's December with a little cough. We've also got some more locations coming in the chat as well. We've got people. Honestly, Aoife, we're going globally. We've got Denmark, we've got Green Bay, Wisconsin, Humberside, Nigeria, Northwich again. Then we've got people in California tuning in, Ghana, Scotland, North Wales. I mean, Loz, this is a great show for your debut, isn't it?
I know, I'm telling you,
Don't think
worldwide.
we've had Denmark before.
I reckon, Loz, I think you've brought the viewers in.
I'm not sure about that, but
Popular with the Denmark audience.
yeah, maybe.
You do realise that Danny Webber don't get these viewers? He begs to come on the show, and unfortunately, we just have to let him join us every now and again. Is he watching tonight? Is he being a supportive brother?
Do you know what? I actually didn't remind him. He's one of those. He's one of those that, you know, I have to remind him of absolutely everything. So
Oh, really?
I just thought, do you know what? I'll leave him because no doubt he'll be busy. He's always everywhere, never at home.
Yeah, he is. He's
Busy guy.
He's always busy, Danny Webber. Always busy. He must have some embarrassing stories about Webbs.
Now you're finding out why Zara wanted you.
I was thinking though. I don't think he'd be best pleased about that, so we'll keep
I
them.
always try and embarrass him if we can. Juve are on the attack
Juve.
now.
Great
Great save by Fallon to Lee Joyce here. Juve are still in possession now, though. And it's kicked away by Anna Sandberg. That was a great save by Fallon to Lee Joyce. We're only a few minutes into this game, and it's already exciting to watch.
Yeah, that was a really, really good save by Fowl. Vangsgaard cuts in from the left-hand side, and it's probably the best save I've saw Fowl make since she hurt her eye socket.
Yeah.
So I'm so pleased with her because I think those sorts of moments as a keeper, get one under your belt and it just sets you up for the game. I think keepers and defenders were similar. We want to get a good tackle in or a good action in, and then you think, right, I'm switched on tonight. So I'm really pleased for Fowl. It looks like she's at a brilliant best. Really stretches out, great athleticism, gets a really strong hand to the ball, and I think that the defence will take great confidence from that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's something really to note there that you've mentioned, because if you don't know, Fallon to Lee Joyce was out for a little while because she had a dislocated eye socket. So she's now having to wear this mask, and we were saying this before, it's like, even just adjusting to the mask must be something that's so different in itself.
Yeah, massively. I've never worn one of those masks, touch wood, but I imagine that it can affect your peripheral vision, and that's so important for a keeper, especially someone like Fowl, who is just 99 out of 100, absolutely spot on, and we expect so much from her. And so for her to get that brilliant save in so early, I think it just reminds us of how good she is. And it's definitely a foundation that you can build a team on.
I think also from Sunday though, I didn't feel like there was anything that she could have done with majority of their goals anyway. So
yeah, no, you're right. The goals were really tricky. I think it was 2 awkward crosses, brilliant back post headers, very difficult for the goalkeeper to anticipate. And then Martha Thomas's goal was struck really awkwardly. I think she took it first time, just kind of booted it through. Very difficult for the keeper to get her feet set. But knowing Fowl, knowing the absolute professional that she is, I know that she would give herself a hard time even if she wasn't even playing. She would probably want to take responsibility, and that's why I was pleased for her to get that save in there.
Yeah, she's such a selfless player. We have got a corner for Manchester United again now, though, so who knows what could happen. It was so close on that first corner for us. There was a great run from Mel there as well. So it comes out to Jess Park.
In swinging corners, really, you want it to be a little bit closer there to the keeper, just to cause a bit more problems in the middle there.
Especially from a player like Anna Sandberg as well. She's so good at set pieces. She gets proper width on the ball.
And we do have some dangerous players in there.
Yeah,
even just for the second ball sometimes. You might not always win the first one.
Yeah, so it's not just us that are watching this game. Obviously, there's Manchester United fans absolutely everywhere, and there are some that have made the journey to Juventus that are in the stadium right now. So look at these that are enjoying them. So this is some of our members of our official women's supporters club. They're having a great time, aren't they, Aoife?
I don't know why we didn't go and do this.
Unbelievable.
We could have done our watch-along from Turin. That would have been good.
I mean, I would say due to some Champions League rights, I don't think we could do it in there, but I mean, we could find a local somewhere. Maybe the markets we could have been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could easily have done that.
What, with a game on your phone?
Yeah, we could easily do it. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's great selfie mode right there, isn't it?
It's just, it's great. It's great to see fans travelling so far to support the team, and I think it's something that, as a player, you always appreciate that and feel that. And I think it eggs you on as well. Eggs you on to just give that little bit extra on the pitch.
We have got some more locations in the chat as well. So let's have a look. We've had quite a few actually. So, I mean, I have to give a shout out to Salford. That excites me. Someone from Salford watching. If you can tell, you know, I'm a local girl. And then we've got people from Northern Ireland. got Republic of Ireland, London, Belfast, people from Trinidad as well. I'm not jealous of the weather at all. No. Not one single bit. It's actually chucking buckets here in Manchester. We've got some shout-outs as well. So we've got, at YouTube Watcher says, shout out for Maya, played strong against Spurs. And then we've also got Brian Green 5645 says, if United turn it on like they did against Spurs, there's only going to be one winner. I mean, couldn't say it better myself there. We've also got this. John Fry 2530 says, what's it like, Aoife, to be in the new WSL sticker collection for Newcastle?
It's really, really, it's a weird moment because we grew up collecting those stickers and trading them in primary school. And Maya actually sent me a picture of my sticker whilst she was on the way to Italy. Like she sent me a picture of Terry holding it, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. To be fair, one of the comms guys at Newcastle had shown me it, but I'd sort of forgotten. And then I saw it, I was like, that is...
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, that's I think it's one of them where when you're playing, you just don't appreciate all of these things, and it will only be in years to come when you look back and think, wow, that is cool.
Special.
And for the for the women's game to be so well advertised now, it's just getting so big. And long may it continue. To think that there'll be kids at primary school swapping women's teams' cards and stickers, or we would never have had that. We barely knew female footballers' names because it just wasn't on television. So yeah, really cool, really cool. Makes me sit a little bit taller, put my chest out a little bit.
I wish I could sit a little bit taller.
Me too. I'm always the shortest.
What's interesting about the sticker book, though, is, obviously, when we were all collecting these stickers, you'd want to try and collect as many as possible, swap them, but especially now more than ever, there are people with sticker books, and listen, just the producer talking about his niece, saying that she will only stick United stickers in that book. But I've seen it over the past few weeks. There was a game on Sunday that I went to, another women's game, and there was people with sticker books there, but they only want to stick clubs that they like into the book, so they won't swap. It's a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I never had that. Would you?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Generations change, don't they?
I love the loyalty though.
Yeah.
I like that loyalty. I don't know if that says something about us more than the kids. I do
I'm
like
not
that
sure.
loyalty. Seems to be quite a cagey first.
Yeah, I was just...
10 minutes or so.
Both sides are having chances. Both sides are getting into the box.
It's kind of
Plenty
half
of corners,
chances, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing clear cut so far. A few nice combination passes from both teams, but nothing's really set the pitch alight as such. And I think it's really pleasing to see that, considering the fixture schedule is so congested, United look like they're pressing with so much intensity. And if I was a fan sat in the stadium, that's probably one of the first things I'd be really pleased about. So they definitely seem like they're at the races, they're in it, they really want to win. And hopefully they can start to build on that and get more and more of a foothold into the game.
Fingers crossed. Let us know in the comments if you agree with that as well, because it does seem like a really good competitive game between the two teams at the minute. To give you an update on scores though, so Bayern are currently 2-0 up against Vålerenga. That takes Juve out of the top 4 as it stands. So this is going to be a very needed result for Juve if they want to get into that top 4 spot, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think you can tell that because they are pressing high straight from the goal kick, aren't they, at the moment? So they really are trying to put us under some serious pressure. But if we can break the press, then we can get at them. So we're just, like Aoife said, it's quite cagey at the minute, quite early stages, but I think we can break them.
I have to ask, in that scenario, because obviously tonight would be heavily based on results for Juve, do you think it would disrupt the play if, for instance, someone in the dugout was informing, say for instance like your captain, like for Juve, to tell them this is a score update at the minute, this is what we need? Do you think that's something that would be going on, Aoife, or do you think it's better to not have anything just to disturb the game plan?
I've had it a few times in my career, not often, where other teams' results can affect how you're doing. You'd never be told on the pitch. In my memory, I can't remember actually knowing whilst I was on the pitch what the crack was. That said, there will be staff members that would be keeping an eye on that. And if, let's say, Juve felt like getting in the top 4 was something they felt like they really needed to go gung-ho for, that would be useful information for the manager to know, because it would affect the substitutes potentially. But in terms of players on the pitch, you know, you've got a strategy, you've got a gameplay. Knowing those things can often make you a little bit on edge. Maybe, you know, it sort of affects your performance in a negative way. But definitely the manager, I think, would know, and staff on the bench.
I think that's an interesting point to make, because you always hear it from different angles, don't you? Like, depends what scenario you're in as well. For this, like, I agree. I think it could disrupt the piece a little bit for Juve if they started to hear things like that. But if you're in a fight or flight mode, say if you were in relegation spots and you were fighting, maybe it would bring extra fire in the belly or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. I don't think I'd want to know. I think ultimately, once you've been told at the start of the game and you've got your game plan, like we said, it's sort of you just want to win the game, and I think that's the most important thing. And I think it could throw you off a little bit. But again, I'm different to other players, but I just think that it would worry me or would throw me off a little bit and would put too much pressure on me, so that every pass that you received, you might be a little bit cagey because actually, oh gosh, I need to be. Whereas really, you just got to play. Make sure you win the game. So I don't know. Plus, football for me is 75% mental. It's you know how to play the game. You know, it's just more in your head really. Are you on it? Are your teammates on it? Can we go out there as a collective to win the game?
Yeah, totally agree. Great point.
This is a little bit of a cage game at the minute for Manchester United. You don't know who's going to score first here in this at the minute, do you?
No one can really get a foothold at the minute.
I think both teams are sort of defending in something that looks like a nice, strong mid-block, and then jumping out from that with lots of energy. But my feel is that both teams are probably thinking we don't want to concede the first goal. So they're sort of letting the first 15, 20 minutes go to kind of just feel their way into the game a little bit.
Let's have a look at some of the comments as well. So I feel like our sticker book talk went down well in the chat, because we've had a few little things come in. So we've got Wonderguard1 says, watching from Newmarket this evening. Absolutely fantastic to see teams from the women's leagues getting sticker book collections these days. It is. But let me know whether what we said, the controversial thing, whether you just collect stickers that are from the team that you support, or you do it the traditional way, the proper way, should I say, where you try and collect them all. Let me know what you're thinking. We've got Rebecca Ann Jarvis says, I can't be a sticker book. I wish they did a United one with the first team, the women's coaches and legends of ex-coaches and managers as well. I mean, listen, you could have just inspired our megastore to do something. I don't think they'll get it done in time for Christmas. We're only a week away. So you never know. Maybe next Christmas you can get something. And then we've got Official Maze 23 says, a question for you all in the studio. What's the best card / sticker you have collected, and the first ever Manchester United cards, men or women's? It's a big question, this, isn't it?
That is a big question. Do you know what? Do you know, because I haven't done it in such a long time.
Oh, yes! Get in! Goal for Manchester United! That was a great strike. It felt like it came out of nowhere then. Caught us off guard. That was fantastic. Can't wait to see the replay on that goal. I mean, so Manchester United lead 1-0 in Turin. We did say how eager it would be for each team to try and see who was going to be the first goal to score. And I'm so glad to say it was the Red Devils. So we're having a little look at the replay now. So, that was great, of course. Jess Park. I mean, we were talking in the green room before this how creative Jess is. So it's Mel to Frida, Frida to Jess, and those three have just got that attacking flair between them where you know something like that is going to happen. But Aoife, that's a perfect way to start, isn't it?
It's a perfect way, and it was always going to take something special to break the deadlock, and to see that Jess Park started the attack and then also finished it. I think it shows that she's not just a really creative player, which we were talking about before the game loss. She's also someone that can be really clinical in front of goal. Like you say, lovely little bit of combination play between her, Melvine and Frido. And then to finish off the move with that strike, I think now United can really settle into this half and hopefully kick on.
Yeah, that was a powerful strike as well, Loz, wasn't it?
Well, it's just a bit of finesse. I think, you know, she doesn't have to do much there, but she's opened her body out really well and finished it with a, you know, keepers don't save those. So, and as well, there's no back lift from that. It's just a beautiful finish.
It was a great finish. And Manchester United are on the attack again. I feel like this has always happened in Manchester United. They score one and then they're hungry for more straight away. I mean, Aoife, you must have felt that when you played for us.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you start a game off and while the scoreline is 0-0, the story can be anything. And then as a team, when you can get that first goal, it just reminds you the game plan's working, tick. Yeah. We're on form, tick. And to score so early in the game is a massive boost. It can also be something that you do need to be mindful of, because when you score so early in the game, you know that opposition, they're not going to accept that. Juve, with the quality that they've brought to this Champions League campaign so far, won't lie down, but definitely a massive, massive plus for United.
Yeah, a huge plus. But yeah, this is great. It's great to see some of the comments coming in as well in the live chat too. But now to give you some more updates on what's going on in the Champions League. So Wolfsburg are currently 1-0 up against Chelsea. That now takes Wolfsburg into top 4 on goal difference.
It's unexpected.
Yeah, unexpected, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, because that's something that I think before all this, everyone was saying that Chelsea would have thought it was going to be an easy breeze against Wolfsburg, right?
Potentially. Wolfsburg have been a bit of a mixed bag. They had a really, really poor result against Lyon, but we know their class and quality and what they've done over the years in the Champions League. So at the same time, it doesn't surprise me necessarily that they seem to have started really well against Chelsea.
We've also got Arsenal that are 1-0 up at the minute. So Olivia Smith has scored there. So Wolfsburg, Arsenal, United all level on 12 points. United are currently 6th right now. You never know. Results could turn our way, like I said, at the start of this before the game kicked off. So you've got to keep our fingers crossed, see what happens, sit and wait your time, and something could change. But yes, I'm currently on the YouTube live chat now as well. And it's good to hear. I mean, Lauren, we're getting some love for you as well in this chat. We've got Amy Webb is saying that, it could be cool if you speak to the fanzine about your time in the United ranks. It'd be great to hear those stories. You've got some great stories, I reckon, as well to tell.
Well, yeah, I think back in the day, it wasn't really, you know, United women. I absolutely loved wearing the badge. I had shirts that were, the old sharp shirts were absolutely heavy on, you know, the men's ones. And I was always been the shortest in the room or whatever, so, or on the pitch. So I just enjoyed every minute. And the coaches were always, even though women's weren't necessarily, you know, the top priority of United, but when we got there, it never felt like that. We were still part of it, and the coaches made sure that we felt part of it. So yeah, no, it was great, really good.
I mean, people always forget about those really heavy shirts and everything.
Yeah, they were massive. It was the sharp one that was, I can't remember, it was like a not multicoloured, but sort of material on the right-hand side on the sleeve sort of thing. I just remember the shirt being almost like to my forearm. It was massive on me. But yeah, no, they were good days.
Yeah, no, great days. Now, there's some love for Jess Park in this chat after that amazing goal for Manchester United. So we've got Jeannie Phillips is saying, well done, Jess. Amy Lizzie, yes, Jess, perfect goal scorer from the same hometown as me. You guys must be proud as peach to have Jess Park there. We've got Wahida7 says, Park, wherever you may be. Love it. Dominic Gilmore 7, Jess Park, get in. You're my mum's favourite. Listen, you've got to respect a player that's someone's mum's favourite. Always. It shows them what a good gal they are. We've got Official Maze 2-3. That attacking 3 is the most dangerous and scary when at their best. We are capable of beating anyone in the world. I mean, Aoife, that's something that we said as soon as we mentioned it was Mel to Frida to Jess. That just sounds dangerous in itself, that trio, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent in United's team now, and obviously those players that were involved in the combination, their quality speaks for themselves, but You know, we've also got Tooney on the bench. We've got other players in the mix. Jade has been so amazing this year. And the thing about United that I believe is different to other teams is their attacking threats can come from so many different places. And it was brilliant to see Jess Park right in the centre of the pitch, running into the box right down the throat of Juventus's defence. I think that's where she's most dangerous from. She's scored some absolute bangers for United so far. One against London Lionesses springs to mind, and then also a couple against Everton, I think.
Ooh. There was a chance again for Manchester United. Mel's shot there for Manchester United looked like it was just going to curl into the back of the net.
She sets it out to her right and then strikes kind of through the ball. It looks almost, on reflection, it's kind of curling out.
Yeah.
If it was ever so slightly more into the corner, I think that would have challenged the keeper a little bit too much, and we might have seen a scoreline that said 2-0 so early in the game as well. And I think as a team, when you're taking those shots so early in the game, I think that shows who the momentum is with.
Yeah.
And for me now, United have really kicked on from that goal.
Yeah.
And we can see that we're just showing you that chance for Mel now, which was great to see. It's a great replay here. And then we had a corner, but nothing come of that one. It looks like Juve are on the attack right now.
Yeah, Juventus have counter-attacked from the corner, committed loads of numbers forward. Obviously, the play's just passed. But just something I wanted to point out is how many players of the United girls got back. You know, it was like a sea of red running back. And I think that's something that Mark Skinner will be asking the girls. You have to match the intensity of the opposition. Before you talk about quality, before you talk about tactics, if Juventus are going to run, you're going to have to run a bit more. So to see so many of the girls running back, Jess Park, you know, right in the mix, she's involved at the other end of the pitch and then also defending so well. I think that's really pleasing to see.
That'll be great to see. Corner for Juve now as well.
Short corner.
So comes to nothing for them. United are in possession right now. This is where our transitions are just so quick.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially if you were Juve, what's the best way to combat that, Loz, when you look at that, when you know someone is that quick?
Well, I think for me, Juve have just got to drop off a little bit because I think they've committed quite a lot forward, but I think we did the same on the corner, and that's what I mean about at the start. I thought we were it was gonna be sort of like, could be an end-to-end game because we are both actually committing quite a few players forward at each time, so they've probably just got to drop off a little bit because they will start to notice some of our players are far better than theirs. So.
I like that comment.
But we are, because I think we've come into it a little bit, as Aoife said, sort of thing. We've, since we've had that goal, we seem a little bit more confident, a few more touches on the ball, getting into those dangerous areas. So we just need to be careful we don't get caught out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like you say, Lars, I think United seem to be getting into the game more. They're connecting passes sort of in between the lines of Juventus's defence, and when you get possession as a team but it's all in front of the opposition and it's just you as a defender on the ball, that doesn't really speak to sort of how much success you're having as a team, whether you're breaking them down or not. What you really want to see is the attacking players on your team getting on the ball, making combinations, sort of getting on the end of balls that run forward. And I think when we were talking about how Dominic Janssen would play right back, I'd been saying, she might be very defensive, it might be very different to Jade Riviere. And then next thing on the television, it's her as the highest player on the pitch, running up the wing. So maybe I've jinxed it in a good way. And that just comes back to the quality of the players and the variety of ways that this team can create attacking threats.
That's really interesting what you say there, because we've said it before when we chat about Jade on the tactics board, how Jade is able to push up and create that space, but the way that Dom does it is so unique, especially for a defender.
Yeah, I mean, she's a defender that has probably played every position maybe in the midfield and the defence. So the time that I've known her alone, she's played defensive midfield, she's played centre-back, she's played full-back. And to be able to do that, you just have to be so intelligent. You have to be able to adapt your game. And some players can be really, really incredible players, but not necessarily able to adapt. Dominic Janssen doesn't fall into that category. She's a really, really top quality player.
But yeah, get your comments in the chat. As I said, make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's the only way you can to get involved in the chat now. And I'm just hearing that Arsenal are 2-0 up. Beth Mead has just scored for them. It is going to make it difficult for United to catch that goal difference now. But regardless of that, a great win in the Champions League tonight would be a fantastic way to just build momentum yet again in this month of December for us.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Zara. I think the team has done so well in their first ever Champions League proper campaign. And to think that pretty much that, yeah, they'd already qualified, right, for the knockout stages coming into this game. And there is stuff on the line in this game. We know there was that tiny chance that they could be top four and get automatic. That now looks like it's gone by the wayside potentially, but they can still get a seeded spot. And sometimes when you look, let's say United, this is their 6th league match, you can kind of be too drawn to the more recent results, but over the span of the 6 games, they've done so well, acquitted themselves so well, played so many games back to back, also obviously competing in the WSL at the weekends, which is no mean feat. And I'd like to make sure that they get the praise that they deserve, these girls, because they're a great bunch and obviously have so much quality as well.
You know, I hope they do get that praise, because you are right. They want to finish as high as they can in that table, especially with the draw happening. But regardless, this could be a great team performance for Manchester United. And I mean, Loz, if you were part of the coaching team for United and you were there, you just want to see that performance, don't you?
Absolutely.
You don't. In some ways, people always speak from a coaching perspective about performance more than scoreline, because the performance you can learn so much more from, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because anything can happen in a game, like Sunday. Like we're talking fractions there of how many shots did we have when we hit the woodwork. You know, there's literally. Oh, thought there was going to be a chance there.
I thought it was just going to be crazy.
You know, football is there's so many fine lines in the game, and anything can happen. But for me, when I watch the players now on the pitch, I just want them to perform and to enjoy that performance, because I'm working with quite a few youngsters at the minute as well. So it's kind of making sure that I know I enjoyed playing the game at the time, and making sure they enjoy it and actually take in as much information as humanly possible, because you know it's such a short career, probably even more so for women sometimes. So I think it's just important that they learn everything that they can on the pitch and just enjoy every minute. But also for me, I just want to win. It's so I do. I've always wanted to. I don't play football just to play. I do want to enjoy playing, but I need that scoreline to be my way.
You enjoy it by winning.
Well, exactly. That's how you win. That's how you enjoy football. Or any sport. And you want to be. It's competitive. We play the sport, you know, to win. So.
I mean, there's no better buzz, is there, if you win in the most dramatic way.
Yeah. But to win here, this stadium, this quality, like, it's just brilliant the fact that they've got to this stage, like you've said, like, we've worked really hard this season, you can tell, and the quality that they have. I just find that the way they actually play football, they do work well, really well from the back. They're not just hoofing the ball or anything like that. There's actual, you know, all the midfielders are all coming into play often. The defenders are quality on the ball. We've got a great keeper, so yeah, hopefully we'll continue on this winning run today.
Yeah, hopefully we will.
Yeah.
You may just managed. I was going to think commentators curse for Loz on the debut. What are you doing? But yeah, so you've just on the ball there, had a chance, but defenders, don't worry. United's defenders sorted it out for us.
It never looked like the left winger for Juventus, Fangsgaard, was really going to threaten the goal. But she, you know, to be fair, she was on the ball in the box. But other than that, it seemed quite comfortable at the moment. And what's been pleasing actually is to see Melvin Mallard really get herself into this match. She had a few little 1v1s down the right-hand side, and what she's really, really good at, probably the best at this on the team, is she's got a mad chop on the ball.
Yeah.
So she makes you think, as a fullback defending her, that she's going to cross the ball. You'll dive in for the block, and she'll just cut that ball back and unlock the pitch and dribble into the box, and that is really what she excels at. So it's good to see her doing that, because it means that United are in flow.
Yeah.
We have got some comments coming in the chat as well. So we've got Vincent that says, it's great to see Brummy MUTV.
I think the more north I get, the more regional my accent gets. Yeah, I do. I think some people lose their accent when they live somewhere else. It's almost like I've dug my heels in, my cowboy boots into the floor.
Had to get your cowboy boots in.
It's like I've dug my heels in, and it's like coming out more and more, even though I haven't lived in and around Birmingham for, wow, like 7 years,
Really?
6 years, 7 years, yeah.
It is such a strong accent though, isn't it?
I mean, I didn't think it was that bad.
Depends
who you ask. It depends who you ask.
Well, I wouldn't say the word bad. Just,
Okay, thanks. Well, it doesn't. You're not filling me with confidence.
We're from the regional end of the stick as well.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean, so we get it.
Okay.
We empathise.
Okay.
But it is a free kick now for United. I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to when Dom had this free kick last time, but goes straight to the keeper.
A little bit far out. That
Yeah, I
was
was
an
gonna
incredible free kick that she scored to. Was it Pip the winner against West Ham?
Yes.
It wasn't quite at the end of the game, but it was towards the end of the game. She had such good technique, but it was a bit closer than this free kick. Again, really good player, really good quality.
Yeah, really good play. But you know what, I have to ask you because, guys, if you're just wondering, Aoife just mentioned her cowboy boots. I have to mention this because if you haven't been tuning in to Instagram or anything like that today, Aoife wanted to know, do I wear these cowboy boots? Do I? We're in on the poll and Aoife put the poll up, and at the time I had no clue which way it was going. I literally replied to Aoife's story straight away and I was like, yes, you have to wear them on the show. But we just went live on United Women's official TikTok before this. We wanted to get the opinions and everyone loved them. They were saying fit check and everything.
To be fair, they were much nicer on TikTok than they were on Instagram. It wasn't night and day that I was going to wear them, but where it came from is one of the girls on the team, I think I was telling you before, she said they've come.
Jess Park's got a chance here. If Jess Park scores this, you need to celebrate with your boots.
That's a great one.
And what is your celebration?
Jess Park is so dangerous when she gets the ball in those sorts of areas, going on a mad dribble. She's such a good ball carrier, getting the ball into the box, dribbling down the left-hand side. We can see Juventus defender just swipes at the ball, puts it clear onto the goal almost, but the centre-back's underneath the ball. Just when she shifts that ball there to the right-hand side, you can see that she's going to load up. But in the end, I think it was a good block.
Well, I think they haven't gambled, have they? They could have gone with Turland, because Turland's made a great run there to just take them across, and they haven't gone with her. So they've done well to block that shot.
Is a corner for Manchester United as well. I mean, there's some great opportunities here for the Reds at the minute. I'm excited for this performance so far. Just misses Mel there too. But United's still in possession. Yeah, Juve back in possession now. But Aoife, as we talk about those boots, I don't think anyone at home could actually see your boots. Would you mind showing us these boots? Oh, here, yeah, you can stand. You can do whatever. Oh, wow. Oh, look at these, guys. Do we like them? Do we like these boots?
They look so shiny on television.
They're really shiny.
But you know what? If you're going to wear something different, I think you have to own it.
Yeah,
you have to own it. Like if I'm going to blend in, that's fine. But if I'm going to push the bow out a little bit, got to do it with a smile.
I've just had a brilliant comment from our director. When you said, "Oh, you've just got to own it," and he went, "Well, yeah, otherwise that'd be stealing, wouldn't it?"
I didn't steal them. No. Didn't steal them.
I do love this. We're trying to get everyone involved in these shows. I mean, it sounds really cheesy, but at the weekend, I was going to say at the weekend, no, it was only a couple of days ago on Monday night football for the men's team. We had Fraser Campbell on our arrival show, and he was saying, we are such a family here. All we do is take the mick out of each other and crack jokes left, right and centre. And it's always so great to hear everyone's comments. We are such a close group, though. Once you're part of the family, that's it. But the chance for Terry here, but offended greatly there by Juve. Oh, honestly, there has to be another goal in this first half, doesn't there?
Yeah, we played really, really well.
Another really good dribble from Jess Park. Slots Terry through on goal, but I think she gets a bit of a pull. It looked to me like she got such a slight pull. And other than that, I don't know, she would have been able to get a really clear shot off. But again, Jess Park dribbling on the ball right into the box. I mean, it's all
Team
United at
struggle
the
with it.
moment, isn't it?
So it's another corner for Manchester United. Don't worry, I am seeing your comments coming in the chat as well, because I'm currently on the YouTube live chat where I've just seen there's a few comments coming in about these boots. I'm going to hang on a second, just about to watch this corner, because I want to see what's going on. Okay, jump straight out. Do you want to hear one of the latest comments? I think you're going to love this. Wonderguard1 has said, great boots. If you go into management one day, would you wear them in the dugout? It's a great comment.
Firstly, I don't think I'm willing to put myself through that level of stress to be a manager. I mean, what they put themselves through is something else. But if I was involved, I don't know, I think maybe that would be making it a little bit about you, potentially. I think I'm more someone that would wear a tracksuit. But Gareth Ainsworth, I think that's his name, he's in the men's game. I think he was manager at Wickham maybe for a few years.
Yes.
Famously, I think he digs a bit of a cowboy bill, but I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to have a look up on that, but he definitely gives that vibe. So it's been done, not by a woman, but it has
What
been done.
we need is a screenshot then of Aoife showing the boots off then, and then a screenshot of him and just side by side next to each other.
What about how similar we look in looks?
Who wore it best? We've actually got another comment that says, Toonami10 says, looking class, Aoife, you should wear them versus Pompey on Sunday. Arrive to the game in them. That's what you should do. Everyone's got the arrival pictures.
Oof. Just a little bit of a mix-up there in United's box, but thankfully it gets cleared away for a throw-in. But there was a little moment there where it was a little bit hairy. I think foul comes out to maybe clear the ball or pass the ball, doesn't quite connect. We're just watching it back now. Yeah, she looks to kind of shift it away from the defender. I think, is that Pinto, the attacking midfielder for Juventus, just seems to nick it. Comes out to nothing. But I did do a sharp intake for a moment. We don't mind that. We don't mind a little bit of that, as long as it goes out.
What we said, you know, was saying before, you know, that classic United drama and everything.
Absolutely.
Just to keep it interesting.
I'll take it right now that we're just simply winning.
We have got some more comments coming through then. Candice Rawcliffe, a big shout out to you. You were live on TikTok with us earlier as well, so thanks for tuning in to our YouTube watch along. She says Jess Park is on fire right now, and she's been a great new addition to the team, that's for sure. We've got Elliot Shaw 488. Speaking of United's overall results, let's not forget the wins in the preliminary matches against PSV, Hammarby and SK Brann. We've had a great run of games so far. And I think, Aoife, you've been part of us for pretty much all of those games. I mean, it's been a journey we've been on this season. It's no wonder people say they get tired when you're playing in the WSL, the League Cup and the Champions League day in, day out.
I mean, it's tiring just commentating on it and supporting and being a sort of an honorary fan. Can't imagine what it would be like to actually go through that fixture schedule. I can't remember exactly how many games Mark said that his team has played already so far in the season, but I think it's in the 20s. I want to say it's already in the 20s. Wow. And when you were saying Hammarby, PSV, they were so early in the season that I'd actually forgot them. 6 obviously Champions League games, and then the preliminaries before that. The girls are doing so well.
Yeah, they're doing great. We've also got Ducky1265 says United means United, whether it's women's footy or men's. We are a team under one name, so let's go United all in, all out. I love that. That's what we are. We are one big Manchester United family, as we always say, so it's great to have you with us supporting every single team and the academy as well, as they played earlier today, but you'll hear more about that at half-time. So yeah, it was another corner for Manchester United. So there are some opportunities here coming. Just seems like it's not coming to anything at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Rolfer puts in a brilliant ball on a sort of left foot hooked in swinger. And to be fair, the Juventus defence makes a really nice contact to clear it. And we know that Juventus are very defensively organised and robust, so United can't let themselves get frustrated that little half chances that might sometimes have come to more against different teams. You're going to have to do a little bit more and be patient and just keep knocking at the door. Certainly so far it seemed all United. She says as Juventus puts a very, very dangerous cross into the box.
Yeah, another cross in the box again.
I think this is the first couple of times where I've actually seen Juventus put a really dangerous cross into the box.
Yeah.
And before we came on tonight, we were saying just how good and how clinical they can be from crosses. So as the game's sort of nearing half-time, that's something that I think they'll definitely be talking about at half-time, Juventus. They need to be, getting on top of their strengths and putting crosses into the box. It looks like the first time they've really asked any sort of question of United's defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're into stoppage time now for this. An easy save for Fallon to make there as well. And there we go, it's officially half-time in Turin for Manchester United. A great goal by Jess Park. I mean, it was terrific to see, wasn't it? I mean, there's plenty of comments that are just absolutely loving how controlled that was for Manchester United, because we knew it could be tough, especially travelling away from home in the Champions League. These are brutal travel trips that I don't think anyone really thinks about, because you're basically away for just 24 hours. Because as soon as the game's on tonight, they fly straight back, then training yet again to have a game on Sunday. These are huge games. Loz, if you could sum up that first half performance, what would you say?
Do you know what? I think we controlled that game quite well. I think, even some of the comments, Jess Park has been very influential. She's just been getting in between the lines, ready to drive at players, driving forward and getting us into that final third quite nicely. So I'd say we've been quite controlled considering where we're playing, we're the away team, and what's at stake. I think we've done really well.
Aoife, who would be your player in the match for that first half?
Well, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, it's got to be Jess Park. Not only does she score the goal, but anything dangerous that seems to have come for United has come from her dribble. So it's been really pleasing seeing her get a chance to play in that midfield. We know how well she can do also on the wings. Called upon in a different position. I don't think she's played it so far this season for United, but so good on the ball, dribbling, committing defenders, makes an incredible pass to slot and set Terry up that I think Terry gets pulled back on. But yeah, definitely player of the half, Jess Park.
100%.
Yeah, so let me know in the comments as well who your player of the match is for that first half, because I'd love to hear it. But now, as perfectly said by some of the people in the comments earlier, is that we are one club. We support the men's team, the women's team, but also the academy as well. So my lovely other presenter at the club, Mark Sullivan, he's been at Carrington as the academy faced Birmingham a little earlier on.
Here at Carrington, Manchester United's under-18s faced Birmingham City in the Premier League Cup, and it was a cold and blustery day, but United put in a really good performance. The first chance, though, fell to Birmingham. When Jariah Shah couldn't quite clear the ball, it fell to Michael Campbell, but his shot went wide. That was after 6 minutes. A minute after that, a first chance for the Reds. Junior Brown had an effort, but it was easily saved by the Blues keeper, Simon Terenovic. United started to apply a lot of pressure. 9 minutes in, and Gabriel had a free kick saved. And then the opening goal, scored after 17 minutes. The left-back, Jacob Watson, took a left-footed corner and it swung right in to the back of the Birmingham net. It was a pretty closely fought game for the next 25 minutes until United earned a second goal. Gabriel smashed in from close range after good work by Camacho. Into the second half then, and the blustery conditions were causing the keepers an issue. A Blues corner nearly snuck in, but debutant Charlie Hardy did well to tip it wide. 78 minutes gone, and Junior Brown had a shot which was saved. Kai Rooney put in the rebound, but he was quite rightly given offside. A couple of minutes after that, though, United did get a third. James Bailey delivered a lovely free kick in a dangerous area, and Rafe McCormack netted from inside the 6-yard box. United were really on it at this stage. 3 minutes after they got their third, a fourth goal arrived. Another Bailey set piece. A brilliant delivery was met by Jay McAvoy. 4-0. The Reds were so on top now, a fifth goal was inevitable. It arrived, this time McAvoy turned provider for Bailey to smash home. And shortly before full time, another substitute, Kai Rooney, made it 6 with a powerful finish from a tight angle. So all in all, a really good afternoon's work from Manchester United. And afterwards, I spoke to head coach Darren Fletcher. Darren, your thoughts on a really good performance?
No, a really good performance. I thought we controlled the game. We challenged the lads. First half, I thought we could have been a bit more ruthless and a little bit more cutting edge from the positions we got in, which has been a little bit of a story of the season. But second half, they really tried to implement it, and I thought we had some really good, quick, exciting attacks second half, 1- and 2-touch combinations, which resulted in some nice goals.
Nice when substitutions pay off and they make a mark, which is always a challenge for young players coming on to try and change the game.
No, they do. Listen, I thought James Bailey was fantastic. I thought Kai Rooney came on and was fantastic. I'm not sure if he was offside for the goal that got disallowed, but it was nice. Just yeah. Okay, yeah. So I've not watched it back, but it was nice to get that goal at the end. But he looked a threat. He had a few fouls on him as well against some older physical lads. So we had some planned subs. It's been a busy schedule, so we're managing minutes. And we've got a 3-game week off the back of a Youth Cup week, so all the lads made an impact, but they were aware of it before the game, what time they were going to come on, so I was pleased with everyone.
A couple of debutants to ask you about, Charlie in goal and Emerson James as well in defence. He came on, did very well, and Charlie was solid throughout. Yeah, Charlie was solid throughout. The bits he had to do, he didn't have much to do, but the bits he'd had to do, he did really well. Harley comes on and makes his debut again, looks solid at the back, showed a great turn of pace. Jeremy started the game in midfield. Yeah. I thought he was exciting and bright. So great experiences for the under-16 lads to come up and to make an impact in the under-18s, because it's important we show that pathway and reward them for doing well in the under-16s. And just finally, it's been a busy week for the academy with the Youth Cup last week. We've got the under-21s are in town with Dortmund on Friday. It's an exciting time in the build-up to Christmas. No, it's really exciting. Lots of exciting games, as you say. Youth Cup at Old Trafford, Dortmund, all exciting fixtures. We've had a cup game today, so that's what it's all about. There's games every couple of days, and the players all get experiences at different levels. So you have some of my under-18s players going up to the under-21s. I've got some under-16s players. We like to be nice and fluid in the academy and make sure that the young lads get a variety of experiences, and they're getting that just now. So exciting times, and as you say, ready for a little bit of a break over Christmas and New Year, and ready to go again. Have a great festive period. Same to you. All the best.
So we are back then. We're looking forward to a second half for Manchester United's women's team as they get ready to face Juventus, and hopefully they're going to bring this result home to us, because Manchester United women's team are leading so far. It was a fantastic goal from Jess Park. Let us know in the comments who you think the next goal scorer could be for Manchester United, because I'm looking forward to hearing who you think it could be. There's some great comments coming in already, so please keep filling the comments, flooding it. And if you haven't put any comments in already, that's because you haven't liked and subscribed to our official Manchester United Women's YouTube channel. If you do that, you'll be able to get in the comments and we'll be able to have a little chit chat with you. So please jump in, because we'd love to hear from you. But we can see now that the players are coming out now onto the pitch again for this second half. If you want to watch the game, you know to watch on Disney+. We are just a lovely addition for you to watch this game with. So yeah, so now we obviously have got our two lovely guests with us once more to bring us this second half action. Now, when we have this game coming on again now for us, do you expect any changes, Aoife?
No, I don't think there'll be any massive changes from United, whether it be personnel or style. I think they've had a brilliant first half, really settled into it. It was a cagey 20-minute opening play, but for all of United's brilliant play, and they have dominated, the scoreline's still only 1-0. So I know that going into the second half, they're going to say, look, we need to put this to bed now. We need to convert another couple of chances so we can start to feel more confident in the scoreline.
Yeah, we do, and there's been some great positive comments from some of our players so far. So we've just kicked off for the second half, but we've had Ryan X 1899 says Park has been an absolute menace, giving Juventus all sorts of problems.
Great word, isn't it?
I love
Menace.
that word.
Love it.
Loz, I expect you when you know
Absolutely.
you're back with the Wigan girls at the weekend to be like, my analysis for today is be a menace against your team. That's what I want to hear. I reckon that Dan Young, the manager, should be fine with you saying that, wouldn't she?
Absolutely. I think she says it half the time herself. She wants that from a team, and we want that from the players, because there are a couple of menaces in our team, so, you know.
That's what you
It's
want.
not bad.
You always love the menaces, don't you,
Yeah,
though?
absolutely.
Yeah, there's a couple in the Salford's team too. But yes, we have kicked off again now. We are hoping this could be another performance where United control this game, because they controlled it so well in the first half. It'd be a shame that we don't keep it up in this second half. So let's keep our fingers crossed for it, and let us know what you're thinking in the chat as well, as I have said already. I mean, we had some great conversations before. We were talking about not only the game, we'll talk about the sticker books, Aoife's cowboy boots. There was everything. I forgot to tell you that there were some comments with these boots are made for walking. Aoife had a great rendition of these boots are made for walking on our TikTok live earlier. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 karaoke song.
Do you know what? Why we could ask the people who are watching to nominate someone who's going to score, and if they score, then I'll sing that song.
That sounds like
Or I'll do a little 10 seconds. But it has to be. I don't know how you decide who it would be.
Right. This sounds great. So,
Said it now.
what place? You know what? Mel's on the screen right now. Let's say Mel.
Yeah. Okay. If Mel scores,
Yeah.
I'll do a little 10 seconds, a little initiation song.
So as soon as we hear about Melvie and Mallard,
Here she goes.
Aoife's going to give a little rendition.
I'll text Mark now. Look, I think Melvine's looking a bit tired.
You'll start to see just like, there'll be a shot of the dugout in a second and you'll see Mark going, what on earth's this message all
You'll be
about?
like, who's this? Oh,
It'll be great to hear. We have got some comments coming in already. We've got Sue77 says, glory, glory, Man United. Park has been great. They've all been great. Let's go, they've said. I do love it when it's written like that. As you can tell, I don't mind reading them however you type them out. I'll do it. Now, we have got a comment just come in.
Go on.
Wonderguard1 says, Melvie and Mallard to score next, possibly in the 56th minute.
Oh.
Do we
What do you
think
think?
they know something we don't?
Maybe
Seems
they've
very
texted
clear,
Mark.
56th minute. Like, so much confidence. I'm worried now.
I really hope it happens so you can give us a little rendition. That'd be perfect. Maybe that's why they're saying it. I mean, what do you think about Mel's performance when she plays on the right?
I mean, I think Mel has been such a bright spark this season, and she's played left winger, the number 9, and also obviously right wing tonight. What she's really good at, we said this in the first half, really good at chopping the ball. She's got really good feet, really good at cutting inside the pitch, and also has, since she's joined United, brought that pressing side to a game as well. Can give a lot of intensity. She's nicked a few goals or helped the team to score where she's, you know, nicked the ball, pickpocketed the centre half and then brought it forward. So, yeah, I think she's doing really well. And on the right side, she brings energy and also her character. Obviously, you don't get to see that so much on the pitch, but she's a big game character. You only need to follow her on Instagram and socials to know how much of a good character she is.
I feel like the word that always gets floated around nowadays is aura, but I feel like Melvine Mallard just really is just the epitome of that word. The aura she gives off on Insta, TikTok, you see her as she arrives to a game, and you're just thinking, you're one of those players that the opposition are thinking, oh, just can't wait to play against you, kind of thing, because you know you're going to have a good game against them.
I mean, she's so fashionable as well. I know this is sort of off-pitch stuff, and I do think, you know, sometimes the most serious players on the pitch and who give 150% can also be really relaxed off the pitch. And I think Melvine falls into that category. You know, she's got unreal fashion sense, and the way that she would walk into Carrington with the fits that she'd be wearing, I'd look down and think, I look like I've been dragged in from a bush. She looks brilliant. So I'm actually quite glad, I'm not in the same team as her anymore, because it makes me feel better about my cowboy boots and my fashion sense.
Listen, I reckon you could go up against Mel with those cowboy boots.
I was going to say.
Thank you, Lots.
You're really underselling yourself, Marifa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I teed that up perfectly.
We played into it.
This is what we're all about, though. I mean, I feel like Mel probably reminds me a little bit, and you're going to know what I mean when I want to say it, but an NFL player, the way that they arrive to a game, they make sure that everything has to suit the dynamic of the game. Like, if they want to be fierce on the field, then they have to show it just within themselves on the outside as well, and Mel seems like one of those players.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think you'll be interested in this, Loz, from a marketing point of view, with it being more of your day-to-day. I think I was talking to someone who plays in the NWSL, and obviously they walk in with their own fashion fits, their own clothes to games, and they were saying that those posts are the most interacted with on socials. It's what the fans want to see. Now, for me, it kind of not turns me off, but it wouldn't be completely for me. But I can see why people go crazy for it. That seems to be what sells and what grabs attention. Like, people want to know what people are, what footballers are, sort of what their fashion's like, what they're wearing when they go out for coffee. And Melvine has everyone hook, line, sinker when she, with all of her fits and stuff.
I feel like, though, I mean, Lodge, you must get this. Whenever you see a player that you aspire to be, like, especially when you were in that infamous first Manchester United Women's Academy, you must aspire to be like, I want to be like this footballer, I want to be like them. So I guess now this is how it's modernised over the generations, where you're now looking at these players going, yeah, I want to wear the shirt that they're wearing too if they play for Manchester United, but at the same time, you want to wear what they're wearing day to day.
Well, back in my days, it would just be your boots. You know, that's what I'd be interested in. What are the boots? Now, we didn't have really many female footballers to look up to.
Pants again, Jess Park.
So I probably, my position was right winger, so I was more looking up to Bex, and then from a female side it was Rachel Yankee, so I was just more interested in what they were wearing on their feet. But it has modernised nowadays, and you're absolutely right. Like, when it comes to a marketing perspective, that's kind of what we do to try and help sell things, because that's actually the extra interests of fans nowadays. They don't just want to see how you play on the pitch, they actually want to see what you do off it and what you wear. So
They do. Now, what's actually happened on the pitch so far? We actually can show you this as well. There was a chance for Jess Park here again. Yet again, it was another great pass from Frida there across to Jess Park. They just love that link-up play between them, and it's exciting to see, especially as we've seen how well it worked in the first half. So some chances being created now for Manchester United's women's team. Let's keep our fingers crossed one of them ends up being a goal for us. And let's hope we keep this clean sheet as well, because this is what Fallon will want, right?
But again, just on that clip, Jess there showing no backlift. No real, she just knows where she wants to put the ball and almost opens her body out enough to strike the ball, and she's unlucky there. But, yeah, very influential player. She's doing well.
So, yeah, let's have a look at some of these comments then that we've got. We've got Juanman75 says, I've got a feeling that Rolfo will score the next goal. We do need a bit of a cushion. Come on, United. It's pretty much what we're saying here in the studio. So we're on the same wavelength, me and you, Juanman. We are. We've got Brina Wall that says, let's go. I can't wait to watch the game, but just tuned in to see the score. I'm so happy for Manchester United. Yeah, I think we all are buzzing so far. This has been such a great controlled performance so far. We've also, just to give you a little update as well on scores around in the Champions League. So it's currently Wolfsburg 1, Chelsea 1, Lucy Bronze that scored. So Wolfsburg now dropped from 4th to 10th after that goal. So it shows how tight this Champions League table is.
Yeah, imagine one goal can be the difference of 6 places.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That, like you say, that just shows how tight it is and how competitive those top chunk of teams in this sort of league group are.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is crazy how busy this Champions League table is, and that's the only time where it does get a little bit complicated. You've got to keep an eye on absolutely everything. But as I said, we've already qualified for the next stage at least, so this is just, let's try and see how high we can finish in this Champions League table and put our best foot forward. Yeah, let's take a look at some more comments that we've got. So Toon Army 10 says, Jess deserves another goal in my opinion. And Rebecca Ranjavi says, come on girls, let's get those goals in. Yeah, we need plenty more. And as I said earlier, let me know who you think the next goal scorer is going to be for Manchester United, because I would love to know. We're in the 56th minute right now, so there's about 25 seconds left for Melvin Mallard to score.
Pretty deep there.
Yeah, I'm sitting quite comfortably here. It's a goal kick for United, and Melvin Mallard's on the halfway line, so I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe for a few moments.
Just for a moment.
I do agree with what I think it was one man said that United could do with a cushion.
Yeah.
They really could do with another goal, just to take that sting out of Juventus, because the longer this game goes on, the more I think that Juventus will start changing things and maybe start throwing things at the game. I think it's really, really important for United to capitalise on these chances. Obviously, we saw another Jess Park shot, and obviously she's been so good in the second half. So, yeah, I would like to see another goal.
I would as well. You know who else would love to see another goal is our amazing Manchester United fans. And as I said, they've been watching us from here, there, everywhere. So that's just a picture of the crowd right now that are there. And amazing to see that support. I've also got another fan here that's watching it in the background.
Oh,
Lovely to have you joining us, and they're tuning in to our YouTube watch-along as well on the side. You like the plant?
I like the plant, bottom right.
I feel like Fallon would know exactly what plant that is as well.
She would. She would actually really enjoy to know that.
She would. Oh, that's a great little selfie, that is. I love that. Another picture there for us too. She was actually on the show. Yes, she was. She was one of our watch-along guests previously for us. I think it was when we come against Madrid. And then we got another picture as well. Oh, I feel like I want one of those hats. Manchester United Christmas jumper as well. That's available on the United store. If you go in there now, you might get it just in time for Christmas. Isn't that right, Loz?
You might do.
You might do. If you go to the Mega Store as well, Mega Store, there's some selected sizes that are left in stock there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now look at this. I actually have been with some of these because I remember when I've been at Lee Sports Village, I've actually gone in the stands with some of these lot as well. Now, honestly, this group here sing loud and proud, I have to say, for all the United songs. But my favourite thing about this is my producers just said, It must be cold. There's not even a coat in sight there. Not a single coat in sight, he's just said to me. Now, this is because I always, whenever I go to a game, I always get told I need to wear a coat. I never do. I'm the same as them. It's just, you know, the blood pressure is all like high. I get so excited for a game, and they're the same, and I know they are because I've been with them for a game. Me and them are on the exact same wavelength. We just get so excited. We just can't take it anymore. So you just got to get with it. You have to. And they're repping the shirts.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't hide the shirts. A coat will just hide it for us. And all those shirts are available on the United store.
I wear these coats for coaching nowadays. I was standing on the sideline, it's freezing.
My
Totally different than playing and training nowadays.
I always think it's really interesting when you hear about players when they play as to which ones are fine, you know, with it being cold and rainy or anything, and the other players that are actually just they just hate it and they just wish football was a summer sport the entire time because especially in MUTV, I remember we spoke to Andy Cole and he said that he was the player that would always say that he needed a blanket, even in the changing room. If it was an away game and it was freezing, he needed a blanket in the changing room, and then in the dugout he'd wear his big long coat but have a blanket underneath it as well. And I was like, you're on the pitch acting all hard.
That was a brilliant block from Maya, and she celebrates it when she gets up.
Yeah.
I love to see that from a defender. I think, who's in? Is it Girelli?
I think you're right there. That's it. A great run by May Letitia. She spots it. She's so confident that she's going to get there as well.
And gives it one of these then.
Yeah.
Gives it one of these.
And
when
she's
she
screaming
does
at the players around her as well, trying to hype them up before this.
And I think sometimes as you know, fans and commentators, we focus so much on the forwards.
Yeah.
And as a defender, I mean, I would definitely advocate for a little bit more praise and attention to the defenders. So that's brilliant to see from Maya.
Yeah, I know it is. A little flick there as well. But yes, it's another corner for Juventus. Now, as you can see, Girelli looks like she's trying to see if she can get this now. Oh, there is one of our players down in the box then. I think it actually was by Girelli. It looks like...
It's like a knock on her head, potentially.
Is it Frida?
Yeah, Frida. I think she clashes her head.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, maybe side of her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had a better angle on that to have a little look at. But yeah, it does look like had a clash there against her head. She's just being assessed now by our physio, so we'll let you know because we definitely want to make sure that she's on the pitch because she's been having a great game so far for us, that's for certain. I guess so, God forbid if something is up with Frida, who would you think is the person to replace her?
I mean, ever since 2024 FA Cup final, for me, big game, Tooney, they go together. Yeah. So it could be a fullback or it could be a goalkeeper that needed to come off, and I'd probably still say Tooney's name. But there's loads of players that can obviously come into the pitch and do a great job. But when you asked me that question, Zara, it was Tooney's name that just popped up in my head.
I feel like it always does for everyone, don't we? You've just got to love Tooney, no matter what. But yeah, we can see a bit of a closer angle here of Frida, how she's doing, because this is where especially if there's a head injury, you've always got to do concussion protocol no matter what. All levels of football, you have to do it. But hopefully it looks like she's okay after just a little bit of treatment, a little bit of assessment there. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that she can still carry on with this game. But if not, as what Aoife rightly said, we have got big game players like your Ella Toons. Let us know in the chat what you're thinking right now. I'm going to have a little look and see what you guys are thinking and what you guys are up to. It was great to see those pictures as well, so let us know what your setup is like as you're watching this game. Are you at home? Are you with your friends? Have you invited them round to your house to have a little look? Or are you actually there in the stadium?
Looks like we're getting two changes for Juventus. Attacking midfielder Goda, and then also a fullback who can also play as a winger from Beagle. And they've been really big players for Juventus at times. I think we were saying before we came on live that Juventus are a team that can really chop and change their team. They can play with different players, so I imagine this is an attacking player and or an attacking change, and definitely expect a lot of energy and dribbling from the attacking midfielder that's just come on for Juventus, Gerda.
No, we definitely would.
But for us, hopefully that might open up some extra space if they're going more attacking and they're trying to come forward. Hopefully we can exploit the spaces that they're leaving behind.
We've got a few comments that have just come in. So we've got Jill9858 that said it was great pictures of the Red Army there, and it certainly was. Let us know, like I said, how you are watching. We've also got Dominic Gilmore 7 who says, I want to hear Aoife sing. Thing is, you've teased us now with it.
Free. I don't just give that out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they offered some sweets or something.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, I didn't say I couldn't be bribed. Just said I don't do it for free.
We were gifted a few chocolates earlier, to be fair. We've not had any yet. We're going to treat ourselves afterwards to a few. I mean, it is the Christmas, the festive season after all. Let's have a look and see what else you guys are saying. We've got Vincent who says, what is the best Manchester United game you have seen so far this season for the women's team? I would say against West Brom, plus the manager for West Brom manager is one of my friends' wife. That's threw me off guard, that one, I have to say. I was fine with the first, but the second half I'm like, oh, it's an interesting little fact there.
What,
Thank you, Vincent.
That again?
I would say it. Oh, it's back. It's back. Thank you to our producer.
Best United women's game.
What is the best Manchester United game you have seen so far this season for the women's team?
I feel really bad because I can't remember a game against West Brom.
I can't.
I'm struggling. I can't think of one.
That's
what I said, it's threw me off
That's why I
guard.
put you on the spot. I said, say that again.
Because obviously, the only West I remember is obviously the West Ham game because it was great. The Dom free kick, it was great. But I can't think of a West Brom game.
Maybe they can clarify.
Yes.
Maybe they can
Vincent, please get in the chat and clarify with us as to which game that was. Give me a little bit more info, please, because I would love to know exactly what that is, because you can educate us. Oh, we've got Rebecca Ann Jarvis in the chat. Says, if I was at the studio, I'd have brought homemade mince pies for you all. Rebecca, where are you at then? Where are you at, girl? Tell me. And why haven't you come here and joined us? I've got plenty of room on this sofa. I'm only 5'3". I don't take a lot of room. You could have joined us. You know what, actually, it is the festive season. So I'm going to make things interesting for you too. I'm going to look at this Juve attack first because it's got me on edge. Oh, great save from Fallon there. See, I could sense trouble was brewing for a moment. I had to pause myself there. It was a great attack by Juventus. They are quick here. You can see Anna tries to outmuscle her, but opportunity there and Fallon's able to save it. Carbonell had that one there, and Chelsea have gone 2-1 up now as well.
I mean, that was a brilliant chance for Juventus then. Really good cutback cross, and Carbonell, Juventus's left back, seems to almost have a clear shot. Doesn't quite do enough to really test foul, doesn't really put it in the corner. But definitely, as we're watching that, we're holding our breath thinking this is a really good chance. And you could see as the camera was panning across, you kind of just knew it was foreboding that it was going to be a Juventus player that would come into shot. And this is what Juventus said. I think they're going to start doing more of this. They have to go for the game more, like you said. Yeah. That can really open spaces up on the flip side, and United might actually get a little bit more joy when they win the ball back.
Sure.
I'm just hoping that tiredness isn't playing into our game at the minute, because we do seem to have dropped off a little bit. So I'm just seeing how that plays out at the minute.
It's definitely opened up, and Juventus, when they made changes, if you remember, I said there was an attacking midfielder and a right back. Right back is quite an unusual change to make at where are we, 65 minutes at the time? She's been so good, that Cumbrigal. She's put some really good balls forward, and you can see it overlapping on the outside, almost like we would expect from Jade Riviere. So definitely one to watch. And it looks to me like Juventus are trying to be more direct on the ball. They're trying to get the ball in United's box with less passes. They're trying to get forward quick. And United really have to be at the ready now to squash any opportunity that comes for Juventus.
Certainly are. You know what, I do have a bit of a fun question for you, especially for you, Aoife. Because when you were at Manchester United, the biggest things that I used to love is that you used to always post pictures, all the players did, when you used to have a bit of like, just a player meal at someone's house or something, and you'd always do different things like that. So I've got an idea for you. Say if you were hosting Christmas dinner, and you can pick one United teammate for each role, who would it be? And I've got a few roles for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Which United player is going to carve the turkey? Who are you trusting to do that job? Because that's an important job.
Who am I trusting to carve the turkey? I'm trying not to pick someone that doesn't eat meat.
You know what? That's a considerate teammate.
Yeah.
That really is.
And it needs to be someone that is precise and calm and assured. And as I'm going through the team, I'm like, calm? No. Who would it be? Hinata. It would be
Hinny's
Hinny.
carving the turkey.
Yeah, I think she would just have that
Precision.
role. That level of precision,
Yeah.
like we see with her passes and her shots. Hinny.
Like it. Okay, who's in charge of music? Get those festive tunes going.
Really easy one, Millie T. I don't think I'd put her on any food role. I don't know if I'd trust the food.
That sounds like you've got stories there that she's not been that
I
great.
don't know. Do you know what? I might be doing a real disservice, but she's kind of like a plain toast kind of gal. So I don't know if I'd be trusting her with the seasoning and to do exciting things. But music, everyone's got a forte. Music, beats, vibes. Millie T.
You could have done Millie T a disservice. And imagine she sees this clip and she's going, what are you on about? I'm making a 3-course meal
Or
here,
maybe she was just never
candles."
inviting me. Maybe she's been doing it, but I just have no idea.
Oh, Millie, if you're watching this, come on, girl. Aoife's right here. She wants to come over for tea.
Just done a dirty, haven't I?
Okay, who's turning up late for Christmas? You're there, you're getting it ready on the table, and you're like, where are they?
Melvine. Melvine's turning up late because she's spending so much attention on her fit, her style. She looks incredible, but she's just not there. That's the issue.
I'll tell you where she is, though. She's in the box at the minute.
That would have been lovely, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Just as we were talking about her, she just cut into the box. She sets it back to Jess. She strikes first time, but unfortunately, that is the one time she does get back lift on the ball and a little bit too much.
Now, we did say big games need some big players here. We've got Ella Toon and Julia Ziggiotti coming on. It looks like Jess Park is coming off and Hinny is coming off as well. Must be getting ready to carve the turkey for Easter. I have got some more roles for you now as well. Who's gonna start the Christmas games at your Christmas day?
I think someone like Maya, and the reason that I say that is she's so busy. She's got so much going on all the time. I don't think she would eat dinner and then just sit down. She would want to be doing things. So I think she would be the games master.
And now the biggest question is, who will do the washing up? Who is going to be that player to go, don't worry, Aoife, you're hosting, I've got it covered for you, I'll do the dishes.
I'm trying to think of someone conscientious. Do you know what? Fal. I think Fal would do it.
Fal would.
I think Fal would do that, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She would do that for us.
Now this sounds like an amazing Christmas day, to be fair. I'd love to see that. But yes, let me know in the chat if you agree, because it's an interesting chat. This to get the personalities of all these players. But let's see what you guys are thinking now. So we have got another little question for us. You're going to like this. So Vincent wants to know, What if you had to go on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and you could have one teammate help you with a trial? Who would it be?
One teammate help me with the trial.
Depends on the trial.
Yeah, it depends what it is. I would say probably Maya. She's got that captain leadership energy. I think no matter what, just watching Terry on a break
Yeah.
here.
Mel's on the ball now as well.
Oof. Yeah, just gets cleared. We're used to seeing Terry on the end of the chances in the box, kind of finishing it off. So it was really different and pleasing to see her dribbling so much, bringing the ball into the box, slots Mel, but it doesn't end up coming to anything. And the game just seems to have really started to open up. It seems a little bit more end-to-end, which you said, Lars. It might have been at the start of the game. So that seems to be probably how we're going to spend this last 15 minutes now, potentially. And for me, those changes in midfield, it seems to be fresh in the legs, fresh kind of energy and impetus into the midfield, so that when things do get a little bit end-to-end, it's always really important to have the middle of the pitch locked down, because if you're not solid in the middle of the pitch, that's when problems happen. You can kind of show things to the side and keep things out wide. But when you've not got your midfield locked down, that's when teams can really carve you open, like a Christmas turkey.
I was going to say, carve you open. I've set the scene here for you, haven't I? I do love all the Christmas shot that's going on. If you haven't listened to the Manchester United podcast as well, I don't know what you're doing. It's called Inside Carrington. You need to listen to it, because Wes Brown the other day, he revealed he ends up cooking 4 leg of lambs. Not just for him. 4? Have you guys listened to this?
4?
So he said it's the only thing that he can cook, right? So he gets requests coming in. And it's the only thing, he can't do any of he can't do roasties, he can't do, the greens, he can't do any of that. He can just do a leg of lamb.
Can't do the basics.
Can't do the basics.
Right.
But a leg of lamb, he's all over it. So he says get your orders in. So, there you go.
I'll give him a call after this.
Drop him a message and see. You know what, I was actually chatting to Danny Webb, and when we were doing Wolves away together, and he was talking about, I think he said that they're going out for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Are you going out? Are you part of that one?
No, so it's kind of like with his wife's side, and then we come to Mum's on Boxing Day, so we kind of alternate each year, just to make sure that we all see each other. So we go for breakfast, so we'll have breakfast with him in the morning. So, but yeah.
Go somewhere for breakfast or cook?
Cook breakfast generally, and then he's going out for a nice meal, and then it'll be me, my sister, my mum, making sure we're sorted for Boxing Day. So yeah.
I'll just tell Webbs to pull his finger out on Boxing Day to help you out.
He just turned up.
He's too busy there in the mirror as well,
Yeah,
making sure he looks good. Honestly, I've never seen anyone that looks after skincare as much as Danny Webber. And I can say that, I've known him for years. But we've just seen that Juve have made a sub, and it's a forward that they've brought on. And this is how much that Juve are absolutely going for it right now, because as it stands, if Juventus can turn this around and win, they would finish top 4, so plenty for them to play for. And as you can see, this game is opened up a bit like what you said. There are gaps, as you can see. Let's keep our fingers crossed United can hold on to this, because as we said, it's always a nervy scoreline, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a great ball in from Juventus, but luckily they can't keep hold of it.
Good bit of play there from Juventus, and the substitute that they've brought on is their number 36, Cambiaghi, and she's their joint second top goal scorer, albeit with 3 goals. So she's not necessarily lit the world alight with her goal scoring, but she is up there. So it shows that she's a really important player for them. And I think we might potentially see Juventus go with 2 strikers, not just 1. So we might see her alongside Girelli. Really getting up, and that would tell me, or that would indicate to me, that Juventus are going to be trying to put balls into the box, hope to flood the box with numbers, like we're just watching on a playback here, and try and capitalise on one of them.
Yeah, I've got Gabby George, who is down at the moment as well. A few players going over to check on her. Hopefully she is okay, because she is such a great experienced player to this team that we definitely need, and she's had a great opportunity in this Champions League game for her to show what she's all about.
Yeah, really, really good to see Gabby on the pitch. She's a friend of mine, so it's really easy to kind of wax lyrical about her. I thought she did so well when she came on in and around half-time against Atletico when Dom got sent off. Brilliant performance against PSG afterwards, so it's great to see her be playing so many minutes in the Champions League and absolutely deserves the opportunities that come her way. She's just getting up and she seems okay. It's obviously not clear kind of what her gripe or niggle is. I think she's kind of pointing to the lower part of her leg. But hopefully with a little bit of a mooch and a hop and a kind of shuffle about, she'll be fine.
I love the fact that you said a mooch, a hop and a shuffle. It sounds like a great new dance move.
That's what being a footballer gets like as you get older. A mooch, a hop, a shuffle.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what I will say though, I'm obviously a defender. I played a portion of our game at the weekend in midfield. Oh my God, it's so hard. But it's not nearly...
Loz is there going, tell me about it.
It's not nearly as explosive as other positions, and what I would describe it as is a constant mooch. Like you're just always going, and I think of the best midfielders, like Hinny, always moving, never necessarily needing to sprint. She's always in the right position. So mooch isn't necessarily the worst word to say. It was the point that I was getting to.
I really enjoyed the word. I love the descriptive words that we use.
I think that was probably my game, just have a mooch in the midfield. But it is a tough position to play in because you've always just got to have, your blinkers on. You've got to make sure that you've absolutely got your eyes everywhere, and I think it's important that as a midfielder that you've got that relationship with your other midfielders so that they know where you're going. I was always probably one of those that just either got into those little pockets up top, or I'd drop a little bit deeper just to get on the ball more. So yeah, it is a difficult position.
Who would you say of the midfielders on the pitch tonight or on United's bench that you'd be most similar to?
Do you know, I can't really pinpoint because for me, I would say I was quite slow midfielder. I wasn't really pacey or anything like that, whereas I think our players are quite, quite quick or quite nimble. I'm quite technical, but I would like to spray the ball, so I can really only probably put myself in the men's game. Probably, I'm not trying to put myself here, but I'd be a bit more like Scholesy because I'd make the little short passes but also play the long passes too. But I think in our midfield we've got quite a few technical players but also ones that are absolutely going to mince you, basically. And I wasn't like that.
I feel like
you've seen me enough, Sarah. I'm not really putting a massive tackle in.
I can tell you now Loz is underselling myself as well because, Loz, how many years did you play for Curzon Ashton as well?
I don't know, about 5 years.
5 years, but genuinely, Loz controlled the middle of that pitch like absolute crazy. So much so, you undersell yourself. That team was pretty much based with you being that core. You were always the consistent of that team. But when that was happening, it was you could just pick out that pass in. Loz was a menace against Salford.
That was my team.
Yeah, it was. That's why we got on so well.
I did like facing you guys.
I'm sensing a rivalry.
Yeah, there was, but it was
I'm glad I'm sat in between, actually. I thought it was just a coincidence.
No, I tried to pinch her a few times as well to come and join us.
Stuck with the blue, funnily enough.
I can confirm now as well, so it's Gabby and Mel that are off right now, so Aoife, you won't be singing. Melvin's off the pitch. I'm gutted. Yeah, so it's Leah and Simi that are on the pitch now for us as well. Fallon's just been booked for time wasting as well. It's all been going off. Oh. All it took was a couple of minutes of a chit-chat and look at us. But there is obviously, we talk about the rule that's happening everywhere with goalkeepers where it's getting counted a lot more now.
It's a lot less time than you think, 8 seconds, because by the time the keeper's got the ball and made a few steps, the ref usually holds their hand up from 5 seconds or when they count down, and you kind of blink and all of a sudden you think, God, kick it, it's going to be a corner.
I think what's really interesting about that, and this is something that I think, Loz, you'll know, is that at the lower levels now as well, so we say 8 seconds and you know it is. Yeah. Lower levels, you're getting refs scream 8, 7, 6, like they're doing that and shouting at full pelt. So then you're getting everyone on the pitch, and even like any spectators watching, to start shouting, oh, speed up, speed up.
Yeah.
So the pressure that's on goalkeepers nowadays is incredible.
Yeah, it is a lot, and actually, I don't think they're meant to count down until it gets to 5. So it seems a little bit jobs-worthy to me.
Me and Loz are going, tell us what we deal with every weekend.
That's why we love football. That's why we love it.
Absolutely.
I do love the amount of opinions we all have, it's great. But yeah, you know, if you actually, I'd love to hear this actually, if you're part of a football team, I don't mind what level it is. As long as you've got football in your life, let us know if you play for a team and what your ambitions are, because I'd love to hear it. So let me know in this YouTube chat right now, and I'll give you a little shout out and to the team as well, because it'd just be lovely to hear. We'll have a look as well. We've got John Fry wants to know, can I ask Aoife who was the toughest player she ever played against?
Toughest player. Oh, that's such a good question, and it's one of them where I want to like sit down over a tea and really like hash out a few players. Players that immediately spring to mind: Marta, played against her in the Champions League, Brazilian player, well into her 30s, but still banging out absolute worldy performances. I also think that Sam Kerr for Chelsea is really good. Obviously, she only recently came back from a knee injury. Very good positioning and timing in the box. One of those players where you don't necessarily think at every second that it's obvious what they're about to do, and then all of a sudden you blink, your positioning slightly off, and they're on the header at the end of a cross. Yeah. I would say in terms of our team, though, we've obviously got, you know, when I was at United, so much quality. Leah Galton was it? I think we said the word menace. She can be a menace.
Yes, she can.
When I would be training in fullback and she would be playing as obviously a left winger, maybe on the opposite team in training, can really do you with a really nice push and run. Can also arrive off the blind side.
She's got a bit of flair about her, hasn't she?
Yeah. Do you know what? I should stop, because it will turn into a fan fest otherwise. Because I really can talk so well about all of these players. There's so many.
Oh, hold on. Could this be a penalty? Oh, the ref has not given it, but I would love to see if I could show you that then. So, give us a second, and I'd love to show you what just happened, because
that's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
All day.
She does not make any contact with the ball at all.
So here we go. So this is what has just happened in this game. Terry in possession of the ball on the attack, and it looks like she's just been took out there in the box. I don't know how the ref has... I don't understand how the ref has just said that's not a penalty. That's a clear penalty, is it not?
It's clear. That is as clear of a penalty as I've seen in a long time. The girl literally stands across Terry and makes no contact with the ball at all. It is beyond me that it's not even went to VAR. Like, I can understand.
I was just going to say, how has that not gone to VAR?
There is VAR there, but, you know, seemingly it's not... I don't get that.
This is where sometimes...
That's clear and obvious. When you're talking clear and obvious, that is clear and obvious to me. It's a blatant penalty.
This is where it's hard, because you get so many people talking about the pressure that is on officials nowadays, and especially with this, but if you have VAR there, surely that should pick up moments like that, because as you said, that was clear and obvious.
Yeah, it did. It did seem clear.
And I understand from a ref's point, an official point, you can't see everything. I wouldn't want to do their job. But, like we said, if we've got the use of VAR now, then surely that has to be looked at.
You know, it definitely does. Oh, I'm gutted that wasn't a penalty for Manchester United. That would have been exciting to see. Let us know in the comments what you thought of that. You've got Dominic Gilmore says definitely a pen. Jamie Stimpson also says it's a pen. Jill 9858, that's a pen. Rebecca Ranjarvis, that's so a penalty. And Mr. Umbridge 1991 says, if that's not a clear and obvious error, I don't know what is. Completely right there. Yeah, no, it's great to get your opinions in the chat to see if you guys are on the same wavelength as us, which is, listen, I would have questioned it if you weren't on the same wavelength with us for that one. We have got Rebecca Ranjarvis in the chat though, who's just said, what about if we win this match, Aoife sings?
That wasn't part of the deal. That was not agreed in the terms and conditions when my agent said that I could come and do this. I didn't hear anything about, look, you're going to have to do this and then you're going to sing at the end.
We can message her. We'll give her some love. We have got... You know what? Especially because we're a few minutes away from full time here. We've got player of the match. Who are you going to give it to?
You want to go first, Lars?
I still think for me, Jess Park, because I think even in the early stages of that second half, she did have a couple of chances and she was still the most influential in the game for me.
Great shout. What about you, Aoife?
Yeah, totally agree with Lars. I've got nothing to add. Jess Park all the way. I think she did really well, particularly in the first half. Was brilliant in that midfield tonight.
What about honourable mentions? I have to say that maybe, especially Maya Letitia for that great defensive attack. Dominic Janssen as well as another one. There are some great players here. Who other would you say is honourable mentions to name?
Honourable mentions for Melvine. Thought she really had some bright moments in the first half. Always an honourable mention for my defenders. I mean, as a defender myself, I love giving people a shout out. Maya had an incredible block, massive moment in the game. Anyone else from you?
No, I think it's been quite difficult actually up there in that as much as we've created chances and we've done well, I do agree. I think defensively Maya's been brilliant. Ballard has been influential enough on that wing to at least even hold the ball up at times and just to get us higher up the pitch. But Jess Park, I just think she was too influential of a player today.
Definitely. So we've got the chat is unanimously Jess. For a second, I thought I was going to have words with that ref myself, as there was nearly a penalty shout there for Juventus.
Well offside though.
Miles offside, and then that was a foul on Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bakari, Juventus' number 9, puts a cross into the box, and then Girelli's so far offside, and then there's a coming together between her and Maya. But when the ref did blow a whistle, I thought,
Yeah.
hang on a second, that blow of the whistle was meant to have come a few minutes before. Maybe it's a delayed reaction. But panic averted.
Panic averted. But yes, as we mentioned a few of those players, the vote for player of the match is going to be in the Manchester United app. So get your votes in over there now. So, there was another chance there for Juve. It looks like one of our players is down at the moment as well. So, I believe it could be Anna Sandberg. Yes, it is Anna Sandberg, that's down. We are in stoppage time at the minute. Honestly, we've really enjoyed the chat tonight that you guys have been giving us. There's 5 minutes of added time left, so the fun's not over yet, guys. We've still got a little bit more for you. What I have enjoyed in this chat is that that Christmas Day chat has sparked a few things, so much so, people having their own debates in the chat themselves. We've had Wonderguard once said which United player would win a game of Monopoly on Christmas Day, but then we've had Rebecca Ranjarvis reply to them and say surely that would just start a fight. So then Wonderguard replied again and said, I don't see any of our team flipping the table when they land on Mayfair with a hotel for the 5th time in 6 trips around the board. I really don't.
You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised.
Who would you say would be the ones to, win at Monopoly on Christmas Day?
There's a few of the girls in that team that were really into kind of their Lego and their... I don't want to say...
We still have Lego Club.
Yeah, Lego Club and maybe kind of board game type vibe. Safia, Lee Galton, Rach Williams, Kayla. There's like a little clique of them that really like that. So probably they're probably them.
I feel like Rach would be all over it.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
She would. And if there was someone that would flip a table, not saying it would be her, but her name definitely springs to mind.
Glad you said it, but between us, definitely no one on YouTube can hear me. I was thinking the same. But yeah, what would you say between us three? Who's winning Monopoly?
I'm definitely not winning because I've not played that game in so long. I'm not very strategic when it comes to Monopoly. I'm too strategic. I've played this game. What's that game where you press the little thing in the middle? What's it called? And you got to go around and then get all your piece. No, it's not Uno. I can't remember what it's called now.
Uno the card game?
Look, I've only played it once or twice. It was a long time ago. Okay, I'm not winning Monopoly Deal either. No. Fine, you've got me. The winner's on that couch.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I thought there was
a
thing that spits the cards out.
Oh, that's the fancy Uno, that is.
Oh. Premium.
That must have been my one.
Premium, just like Aoife's boots. But yeah, no, I do love these chats. This has been really fun today. But yeah,
if anyone knows that game, let me know because I'm trying to remember it
let us know. Let us know what games you play at Christmas in the chat, please. Oh, I'm hearing Ludo. Is it Ludo?
Ludo, yes.
Ludo, there we go.
And I got beat by a child, so I'm going to say, not very good.
Let's have a look. What's going on in the chat? Oh, we have got people in the chat going, that game is Ludo. John Fry says Ludo in capital letters. I hope you're screaming at this YouTube right now whilst we had that chat. We've got some people talking about Lego now. Let us know if you've got Lego Old Trafford or have you put it on your list to Santa. Could Santa be bringing you a Lego Old Trafford? That's what I want to know. We've got Erin Linningworth says, I'm a dancer and I love football. Should I join a team and leave dance? I'm going to throw it out there, which is going to sound a little bit crazy. But I've seen it before in pre-season schedules. I've not seen it here because I've not been parted to it, but elsewhere in a few different teams at different levels, some decent levels as well, that for pre-season they'll do a bar class because it strengthens the ankles in females. So you can do a dance bar class and that's how it helps you. So they could go hand in hand. Always have football in your life for sure.
There we go.
But here we go. I can confirm it is full time for Manchester United's women's team. You can see the celebrations there for us so far. I mean, what a game this has been. You wanted control when you go away from home, but especially in the Champions League. That's just great to see. 1-0 victory there after Jess Park's terrific goal. I mean, that was a strike and a half. How would you rate the overall performance, Loz, when you think about that game?
I can't get away from the word control, as you've said it. I think we controlled the first half quite well. And then also in the second half, I think we just managed the game quite well, which is important. Again, away from home, team like Juventus, in Italy, like was incredibly, we did incredibly well in that second half just to manage the game. Nothing massive happened, but we did enough to win it, so yeah, great performance.
Now, there's still a couple games going ahead at the minute, but as things stand, we will finish 6th in the table with 12 points. Now, listen, for our infancy in Champions League, that is a great feat to celebrate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a really, really good feat. Congratulations to the players, the staff. They've created a little slice of history for the club again, and as we're watching, we can see them all hugging each other, and it's really nice to see, and I'm delighted for them. They did absolutely brilliant, and in, I think, Mark's words in his press conference yesterday, have acquitted themselves really well, and I'd agree with that.
Yeah, they have. The chat's definitely agreeing as well. We've got Reaper saying a massive win there for us, still finishing 6th. Wonderguard saying, let's go United. Ryan1899 says, well done, we don't look out of place at this level, which I couldn't agree more, as what Loz said, full control in that game. We've got April who says, how far can we go? Can we win the Champions League? I mean, listen, this is only just this stage of the competition. Let's, hang on a minute here, but let's keep our fingers crossed. But yeah, no, it has been lovely to hear from you. We had Jill that said, start singing Aoife. Aoife's not sung from us, but hopefully the next watch along that we do, we can get Aoife singing for us. So get thinking now as to, in the knockouts, we could make it happen where Aoife could sing to us. So get your requests in as to what she should sing next time. But I can't thank you two enough for joining me.
My hair that night.
All right.
Yeah, I'm washing my hair that night, so I can't be singing, sorry. Not available. Sorry to interrupt
No, comments like that. This is why I've enjoyed this watch along so much. Thank you two for joining us, and a big round of applause for Loz for that wonderful debut that you've made tonight.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. We'll see you soon. But last watch along of the calendar year. We shall see you next time. In a bit. Bye.